It has been a while. I am so sorry for the break. Hi, welcome to a new video. If you keep up with pop culture, then you might have seen that Selena Gomez has a new documentary out called My Mind and Me. So, a quick synopsis is supposed to be focused on the past couple of years of her life, mainly more specifically her mental health, because she has dealt with depression, anxiety, and she has lupus. So, I watched it and it was a good documentary. It was pretty interesting. Something about Selena Gomez is, unlike other celebrities, she doesn't really, I guess, overshare too much with the public. She doesn't really give you that. I think because she keeps a lot of her life private, she has managed to keep and maintain and grow the high profile that she has, which is something that not a lot of her peers have been able to do, or Disney stars. She carries herself very well. She has a pretty positive public image with good reason. She's an incredible role model for young people. I think I have overly high expectations for documentaries. I think I'll start with the positives and then I guess other thoughts that I had about it. Whether you, I guess, keep up with pop culture or are not even interested in celebrities, something that is undeniable is that someone like her has a lot of influence on young people. So for her to use her platform to raise awareness for mental health or whether it's lupus, does a lot for people. She's raised funds with, I think it's the Rare Impact Fund, if I'm not mistaken, but funds for mental health for young people. So she's done a lot. I think the how it felt. So she does show her struggles with lupus in the documentary, which was fantastic because I mean even I know next to nothing about it. So just seeing her kind of deal with that was very insightful. And it was also quite interesting to see that even someone at her position or height of fame or age still also is trying to navigate what her place in the world is, what her contribution will be, what her purpose is. So I think that was a relatable thing, to share. I think something about the documentary though was it felt a little bit more like a promo for her charity work than necessarily an in-depth documentary as it was advertised about her own life. A lot of what she does, though, is focused on the work that she does to help others. So, it makes sense that it would intermesh, but it felt a bit like the documentary would have completely fallen flat if it wasn't for the footage of her traveling to Kenya. If you watched it, then you'll see that she went to Kenya to see the schools that she helped fund and build. And I really, really loved that part of the documentary, but I think just with the way the documentary was advertised as this in-depth look into her life, it kind of felt out of place. So the documentary felt a little bit disjointed and it kind of felt like there were gaps. Now, if you've been seeing the online discourse, people are also wondering why she chose to completely leave out the name of her kidney donor. I hope I'm saying her name correctly, but Francia Raisa, is that how you say her name? She donated her kidney to Selena, and that's literally, it was life-saving. That's the reason why she's alive right now. So it did seem like quite a gaping hole to leave out when talking about her illness, and not to mention something as huge as that. So there has been a lot of online discourse about whether there was a falling out, and I think I confused what was mentioned in the documentary itself and her Rolling Stone interview, but she also said her only friend in the industry is Taylor Swift. So that kind of also had people raising their eyebrows because it isn't exactly the truth. But again, I mean, we can only imagine. I mean, for us, we can only imagine how hard it must be to impress, I guess, impress people or not, or do something that at least someone else won't take issue with. If anything, it kind of is understandable why the documentary came out the way that it did, because she is pretty reserved and she does keep things private. She does keep things to herself. So maybe, in her eyes, this was her bearing it all, bearing everything. But I think it would have also, just with relatability, helped a lot of people if she had shared more about her struggles. She did talk about having, mental health issues, and but she didn't really go into specifics, or she was a bit vague about things. And I mean, it makes sense. Why would you want to mention every single little thing for the public to create their own discourse and pick apart, But it might have helped a little bit to address the online drama, with the comments she's made, or just little things like that. But otherwise, I mean, it was an okay documentary. It is a documentary that has undoubtedly probably gone on to help thousands of people. She's so good at what she does, and she is so giving with everything that she has. And maybe there's a little bit of a guilt aspect to her having as much as she does, or feeling like maybe she owes it to people. I don't know, just shooting off thoughts. But if you are curious, then go ahead, give it a watch. If you have seen it, what are your thoughts about it? In other news, Chris Evans was voted by People magazine as this year's... Am I gonna get demonetized for saying sexiest man alive? Maybe. When I first saw it, I was kind of like, oh, he was voted again? I can't believe this is the first time he's being voted. The internet has been singing his praises for years now. Kris Jenner might work hard, but you know who else works hard? Chris Evans fans. This man doesn't even need a marketing team. I mean, his fans just talk about him nonstop on every platform in existence. He is barely on social media even, but they just do it for him. They just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about this man. But I mean, it is unanimously agreed. We're not even surprised at all by this announcement. He is a beautiful, beautiful human. No one can say anything wrong about this guy. But I mean, he just seems so nice also. So I must say, good for you, Chris Evans. I genuinely feel bad for whoever ends up with this man next, because he is the internet's boyfriend, the internet's husband. I'm wishing whoever that is the best of luck. It is hard to think of someone else that people so, universally all just like, just are obsessed with to this level. You don't really see that anymore unless it's, I don't know, Harry Styles or something. Who are the it boys of the moment? Well, that's all of my rambling for now. The Crown comes out, the new season, today, and I'm so excited. But until there is more, that's all from me today. Just to give a disclaimer in case it wasn't, very apparent, I am a huge Selena Gomez fan. A huge, huge fan. And have been for a very long time. A very long time, since I was a child. I am obsessed with her music. I love from the old tunes to the new ones. She can do no wrong. No wrong with her music. And she is a great actress. She is just great all around. So she shouldn't stress too much about what she's gonna do in the future. We are just, I mean, it's gonna be interesting for us to see what she does next. Whatever it's gonna be great. Bye!